Welcome back. I'm now joined by Carrie Krim and Kevin Anderson of Alhambra Theater and Dining. They're here to tell us about their upcoming production of Morning After Grace. Great to meet you both. Thanks for joining us.
You as well.
Yes.
We love Alhambra Theater and Dining here. You guys are so great. But you wrote this, Morning After Grace, which I think women empowering. I love this. So what was your inspiration behind that?
I was working for a theater called the Purple Rose Theater in Michigan that Jeff Daniels started.
Oh
and
my
I
gosh.
had an assignment basically to write for some specific actors who were of a certain age. So I really wanted to do a romantic comedy, and I feel like that's a population that's not necessarily often featured as the protagonist.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Why of a certain age?
In romantic comedies, yes.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to see what that would be
Okay.
like, but also there's so much life experience and richness that comes with having lived a little bit more than people falling in love in their 20s or even early 30s. So that was kind of.
So it is about them finding love?
It is, in very interesting circumstances.
How would you relate it to like a Golden Girls situation? Because that was like the first thing that kind of popped into my mind when you're describing.
Yeah, it's not completely different than that. I mean, it does take place in a retirement community.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
It's people of a certain age kind of acting like teenagers in a way, in a lot of ways, and experiencing a second childhood, a teenagehood.
Hilarious.
I bet. It sounds actually really
I've been
funny.
doing this for a long time. It's one of the funniest plays I've ever
Really?
done. I mean, some nights they're literally laughing on every line.
I love that.
It's hard to keep them kind of.
You're like, okay, wait,
corralled
back on to me now, back over here. That is so fun, though. So it also can go into some deeper places, though, including grief, right? So was that kind of tough to balance and something that is ultimately funny?
So it wasn't tough for me to balance writing it because I feel like that's life, right?
Right,
We go from those extremes all the time. I think it probably is a more difficult balance to play.
To act it out.
Yes, yes. My part, the setup is he's grieving his wife just died, and through the process of that, he finds out through her text on her phone that she's been having an affair.
No.
So he's sort of wrestling with the grief of having lost her, but yet he's angry about it too, because there's been this lie going on.
Aww.
That's one of the secrets, and then there's a baseball player that comes into the play that's idolized, who comes into the retirement village, and
with his own secrets
are revealed that are both touching and funny at the same time.
I love it.
There's a lot of surprises in the play.
Well, and my next question was, what surprised you the most about this play?
I think
yeah, that would be towards you because you wrote it, right?
I play kind of like a jerk.
Oh, so is that hard for you?
He's a curmudgeon, a little bit of a curmudgeon, I would
and,
say.
I'm amazed at how likable the audience loves this guy, even though he's a lovable jerk.
I
Right,
got you.
And they really seem to follow. I was worried that, he says some fairly abrasive things, and I was wondering, is the audience going to be with me? And they are, It's
awesome.
Tribute to her writing. Because,
Impressive.
Yeah.
That's amazing. All right, so how long will this be in production, and how can we get tickets?
It opens officially tonight.
Okay, so tonight's the
you can
opening
get
night.
tickets on the Alhambra website, and I think it closes May 10th.
May 10th, yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you both so much for joining me. Break a leg. So you're just behind the scenes then. You wrote it,
I am
and you're
completely behind the scenes.
You're like, here it is. You guys take it away.
I'm seeing it for the first time tonight.
Oh my gosh, how exciting. Well, thank you so much for being here today to help talk about it. And now we're about to see another Jack's Jams production with Side Quest and Melodic Meditation. Take it away.